Have you seen weird TV static or kind of sparkles in your vision that look similar to this?
I need more than that. I'm gonna need more than that.
Well, you're probably like me and you have something called visual snow syndrome. Let's look into that. Well, after my eventful trip to Las Vegas, where I was lucky enough to have mysterious episodes of blindness and flashes in my vision,
I'm blinded!
I of course went to an eye doctor to make sure that my eyes were okay.
Did you have a stroke? It felt like you had a stroke.
I mean, we knew it wasn't a brain bleed or a stroke because I survived the plane ride home. Yeah, that was a decision I made. Deal with it.
Don't ever do that again.
And even though I really haven't had the crescent moon blind spots ever since, the sparkles and floaters in my vision that used to be pretty ignorable were now making seeing especially difficult. Especially with my main computer screen and bright places. You guys all know how I tell you how I keep my youthful glow with this, right? All the lights. It's been making recording very difficult. Very difficult.
Beauty is pain.
So anyways, when I finally got to the eye doctors and spent a lovely few hours with them testing literally everything with my eyes.
And good morning medical bills.
I got the usual answer that I have come to dread from all doctors.
Bum bum bum.
Repeat after me if you've heard this. Well, we have no idea how you get it or how to cure it.
Oh, God, not this again.
But you're one of the rare few that has a condition called visual snow.
Bum bum bum.
Great. Another rare condition where they don't know how you get it or how to fix it. I never thought I'd have a collection in life, but I guess I collect rare diseases that you can't cure and they don't know how you get.
Oh, I feel you, sister.
So anywho then, what the heck is visual snow or visual static? Okay, so what I found is, it's a super uncommon neurological condition, and it only affects about 2% of the population. Lucky me.
How's that curse I cursed you with, Kirsty?
Now what exactly are we seeing? Well, patients with visual snow syndrome, as it's called, we typically suffer from a visual disturbance of seeing, tiny flickering dots kind of over everything. And some people say these dots are similar to like falling snow. I think it looks like, if you're an old biddy like me, it looks like the TV static screen just kind of over everything. I'm told some people see it as more like black and white, and that's why they say it looks like snow. Mine is pretty sparkly, kind of colored, and also at the same time like transparent. Like what I put on the thumbnail is actually what I see over everything all the time. That's very accurate. And 40% of the people who have visual snow syndrome actually reported having it since childhood. I, for instance, had it since childhood, but it was so faint I could totally ignore it. Kind of like the floaters. The floaters weren't there, but they never got in the way, whereas now they're really getting in the way.
I can't see nothing.
And the snow part isn't even the only symptom of having visual snow syndrome. There are other disabling visual symptoms that might occur with it. Usually one other one for sure out of this list. Things like floaters.
Hey, eye floater. Hi.
Photopsia, which are like the starbursts or flashes of light that you see. Nyctalopia, or impaired night vision. Kaleidoscope vision, which are like color swirls and are associated with migraines. Palinopsia, or seeing something that isn't there anymore, kind of like if you move your hand, you can still kind of see an after effect of your hand. I have this, it's not that bad. And photophobia, which is a heightened light sensitivity, which has gotten a lot worse for me since all this started for sure.
Whatever, just tell me how to make it stop.
Now, as I mentioned before, scientists have no clue what causes visual snow syndrome in people. Right now, they think it's a complex neurological disorder, but really, they have no idea.
Stupid doctor! Ah!
So, if they have no idea how you get it, then how do you get diagnosed? Well, considering there are no tests specifically for visual snow syndrome, it is diagnosed just like chronic fatigue syndrome, based on symptom history and ruling out all other causes. Yay!
Ugh, not this again.
Basically, the diagnosis is made if you have seen snow or static in your field of vision consistently for more than 3 months, and also have one of the additional symptoms I listed earlier, including migraines or tinnitus.
Oh, what a bunch of crap!
So what makes a person more likely to have visual snow? Well, unlike chronic fatigue syndrome, visual snow is actually more common in males, and it typically starts in childhood. I know mine did, but again, like I said earlier, I could ignore it. I just thought that was normal.
Did I mention I'm not a man?
It's also more common to be seen in people that have anxiety, ADHD, autism, depression, dyslexia, history of hallucinogenic drug use, MECFS, tinnitus, traumatic brain injuries, and migraines, specifically the migraines that come with the auras.
I'm doomed.
But visual snow itself isn't a migraine.
Wait, what?
Or a migraine effect. Research shows slightly more than half the people who have visual snow syndrome experience migraines. And these migraines have also been shown to exacerbate the symptoms of visual snow, which I can 100% confirm.
My head just exploded.
Oh, it makes it terrible.
Is there a treatment?
So again, there's no cure or treatment for visual snow, but they have been experimenting with quite a few. So we're going to talk about the most common ways to treat visual snow syndrome, which include tinted glasses, adaptive strategies, TMS, and medication.
Whoa, slow down, sexy beast.
So they've been doing a lot of studies on tinted glasses for helping with visual snow, and the one that seems to help the most people is the tinted lens FL41, which I am wearing right now, actually. What do you think? I just couldn't handle the lights being on my eyes this whole time, you guys.
I see the light. It burns.
So these are glasses with a rose color tint, and they filter out certain green and blue wavelengths. Does it help with my visual snow? Not at all. But it does help with my migraines and with my light sensitivity, so not a terrible thing to get.
Stylish and practical.
So the other possible treatment method I mentioned earlier was the TMS, or Trans-cranial magnetic stimulation.
By stimulating neurons, manipulating brain waves.
Now, this is a new and upcoming experimental therapy that they're kind of using as a cure-all on a lot of things, and quite successfully, oddly enough.
I don't know. Magnetic waves, brain cells. I don't understand the connection between all that stuff.
So what TMS is they put this big old magnet up to your brain, and they do magnetic pulses to your brain. Now, fun fact, I've actually been approved to do TMS starting in September, you guys. I'm not doing it for the visual snow. I'm doing it because of depression and PTSD, because I'm allergic to so many medications that I was actually approved to try this. So hopefully they'll let me film it, and hopefully I can show you guys a cool video and let you know how it works and for what it works. Because again, it's one of those weird cure-all things, kind of like hyperbaric oxygen, where it seems to work for a ton of stuff, and they don't know why.
At this point, I'll try anything.
So yeah, totally curious how that's gonna work. As long as it doesn't do something bad, I'll be happy, honestly.
You will turn into a robot.
And lastly, I'll talk about the medications that a lot of them try to use to cure visual snow. They use pain medications, anti-epileptics, and they don't really seem to be effective at all. And in fact, it seems like they tend to cause more harm than help.
Hey, trust me. I am doctor.
So if your doctor's pushing the medications first, look up some other things you can do those first. Don't do medications first.
Doctor, please listen to me.
Because, for example, the most effective medication in treating visual snow out of the entire list, the most effective medication was only shown to relieve symptoms in about 1/5 of the patients in the study. 1/5, but half of the patients in the study,
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
experienced considerable side effects. Not minor. Considerable. Seriously, guys, I would only try these medications as a very last resort.
Don't do it! It's not worth it!
And if you thought visual snow was weird, why don't you try one of these videos? I think you'll like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share with anyone else you think might have visual snow. And together, we will keep on surviving, my friends.